Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're popping the hood on the AI economy. I want you to imagine waking up tomorrow morning and discovering that your emails are already answered, your weekly reports are generated, your marketing campaigns are completely optimized, and your software code is perfectly debunked. And all of this before you've even had your first cup of coffee. Sounds a bit like science fiction, right? Well, we're going to look at how businesses are actually making this their standard operating procedure today. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll be covering the new AI era, how jobs are changing, creating AI millionaires, and finally, skills for the future. All right, Section 1, the new AI era. We're calling this the silent revolution. Think about past technological revolutions for a second. The steam engine, the assembly line, they mostly replaced physical muscle, right? They were loud, highly visible, and very industrial. But this AI revolution, it is a totally different beast. It operates completely silently in the background, aiming directly at our brain power. It is fundamentally rewiring how cognitive work actually gets done. And because of this shift, businesses are adopting this tech incredibly fast and almost entirely invisibly. Instead of dropping giant, heavy machines onto a factory floor, companies are just plugging algorithms into their existing cloud networks. By simply layering this new software onto their old workflows, an AI can ingest huge data sets and spit out a quarterly report in seconds, or draft hundreds of personalized emails instantly. Businesses literally don't need any new physical infrastructure to do this. They just need an internet connection. It's wild. Moving on to Section 2, how jobs are changing, and specifically, the massive pivot in digital work. Okay, so the golden rule of this whole transition is that AI fundamentally changes a workflow way before it ever replaces a human. Take a customer support agent. The agent doesn't just vanish. Instead, the AI handles all those high-volume repetitive questions, which actually elevates the human worker into an AI resolution manager, dealing with the complex emotional edge cases. Same thing for an accountant. They become a financial strategist because the software does the basic number crunching. A software developer shifts to a code review specialist. Basically, the job just becomes about managing the AI's output. Now, the DollarNova documentary specifically points out that routine, repetitive digital tasks, think marketing, legal research, software development, these are absolutely the most vulnerable to this first wave of automation. And the reason is pretty simple. These tasks rely heavily on recognizable patterns. AI models are trained on massive data sets to recognize and predict these exact patterns at superhuman speeds. Honestly, if a digital task is highly repetitive, it's pretty much already being automated. But, as old tasks disappear, entirely new careers are popping up to fill the void. Take the prompt engineer, for example. This isn't just typing some random questions into a chat box. It's essentially programming, but in natural human language. You're structuring context, assigning specific personas to the AI, and setting up tight constraints to extract the absolute best, most highly accurate outputs from these complex models. Right alongside prompt engineers, we're seeing this massive surge in automation specialists and AI consultants. It just goes to show that technology creates new roles exactly as fast as it alters the old ones. The automation specialist is essentially the bridge. They audit a company's workflows, find the bottlenecks, and then connect the dots, stitching together different AI tools to just seamlessly automate operations in the background. They are basically the architects of the new digital workplace. All right, let's look at Section 3, creating AI millionaires. This is where we break down the operational mechanics of how this new wealth is actually made. According to DollarNova, the wealth engine for these new AI startups isn't actually about building the smartest algorithm from scratch. It's way more practical than that, following a direct three-step process. First, you identify a real friction-heavy problem in a specific industry. Second, you apply off-the-shelf AI to handle all that computational grunt work. And third, and this is for sure the most important part, you inject human domain expertise and creativity to polish that final solution. Think about it like this. If everyone on Earth has access to the exact same AI models, the technology itself is just a commodity, right? The true economic moat is actually you. It's about combining the raw, blistering speed of AI with human strategy, empathy, and quality control. That hybrid approach, that's what actually solves massive problems, and that is exactly where the new wealth is being generated right now. Which brings us nicely to Section 4, skills for the future. Let's take a look at your adaptation blueprint. The source material outlines 7 really vital core skills here, and I want you to notice how tightly they all interlock. Having AI literacy helps you know what a tool can actually do, sure, but without critical thinking, you're never going to be able to spot an AI hallucination when it happens. And without clear communication, you can't engineer the right prompt or explain your findings to your team. These skills don't live in a vacuum. They operate together as a complete, unified system for the modern worker. But out of all those skills on the board, continuous learning is your absolute anchor. I mean, the digital landscape is evolving so incredibly fast right now that the specific software models we are using today might literally be obsolete in 12 months. So your most valuable asset isn't your current tech stack, it's your willingness to learn, unlearn, and adapt. The future doesn't necessarily belong to the smartest people. It belongs to the most adaptable. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought from the DollarNova explainer. The common fear everyone has is that a machine is going to take your job, but the reality is actually way more nuanced than that. AI won't replace you, but a professional who knows how to leverage AI definitely will. So which one are you going to choose to be? Keep learning, stay adaptable, and use these tools to go build your future.